Good morning, everyone. Welcome. I'm excited to be here with you today to talk to you about taking your health back into your own hands and utilizing your oils. You are on class number 4. And our class, if you're following along, this class is on mental wellness. Hopefully, you've been able to join us for the other 3 classes prior to that. Essential Oil Foundation, the learning of the basics of your essential oils, your daily vitality, how to actually help your nutrients and what you can use to supplement for that to help support, and then how to help control your weight loss as well. But this week is a powerful one. I do believe all of them kind of come together. We need them all in our life and our as our journey on health. But this one's a really important piece because I think sometimes we don't think about it enough. And our mental wellness is a powerful tool. Now, these classes, the series that we've designed for you, are already for people who are using essential oils. So you have oils in your hands. If you don't, you need to reach out to the person that invited you here and you need to get some because this is what this is about. We will go over beyond the basics and learn more in depth about the various essential oils and how to use them, all the way from, like we said, beginning the foundation of oils up until we've got 8 series. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. So let's just jump right in. By the way, my name is Wendy Reifenberg, and I'm excited to talk about this journey with you because this is definitely why I got into essential oils. Currently, 82% of our society suffers and takes some sort of synthetic to help support their emotions. And so I actually suffered a really bad struggled with my emotions very bad, especially during a period of my life. And my husband sent me out to get help, told me I needed to go see a doctor. And we all know what going to see a doctor means, what that might happen. And so what I chose to do is take the natural approach and actually follow some guidelines and reach out to somebody that helped me, guide me utilizing essential oils. And that's what brought me here today. So I'm excited to be here with you. We all experience mental wellness in our own individual way. And when we often feel stressed, anxious, discouraged, fatigued, it can not only affect us emotionally, but also physically. We'll find ourselves tired, sleeping. That's how I found myself, is that I was, just coming home from work, diving into bed. I wasn't paying much attention to my family, being a good wife or mom. And over time of being in that state, that can distress and have us long-lasting effects on our well-being. So we want to make sure that we address the issue quite quickly. Now, there is some science behind it. Some of the outcomes are constant and some vary from person to person. We know that there will be chemical changes. We also know that there's an autonomic response and there's also a physiological change that happens. However, what varies is the cause, how long it's lasting, and the intensity of it. So different causes, different intensities of certain things changed up the chemical reaction in our body. So we know that the process that happens through first the chemical response, then the physiological change, and then finally the body will come into balance. So psychological change may happen because someone is triggered it, but at times it may just be imbalance that is unknown to us. We don't know really sometimes why it happens. We may notice this when we're feeling fine one moment, and then the next moment we're instantly angry. So those are some of the experiences of the change. Now, there's likely millions of different chemical reactions in your brain at any given time. Studies have proven that. So as we continue to study, there are some important cofactors that we want to, take a look at because of the complexity of our brain. We know that there are many different cofactors, but there are 3 cofactors that with nutrition that our body needs in the mental wellness. These are the cofactors we need to be well. And one of them is serotonin. We know that we need serotonin. And if there's a lack of serotonin, we might have very intense feelings of sadness. And as an example of that, you can say, I could be completely overwhelming to us. Something like the sadness is overwhelming to us. Another cofactor that is super important is something we call gamma. GABA, sorry. GABA is very important to us because it has opposite effect. When we're feeling anxious and overwhelmed, GABA is subduing it to the neurological system. When it presents and interacts with the receptors of the gamma, we feel less overwhelmed and anxious. Okay, so another cofactor we need is alkaloids, which is a broad category of chemistry. It's an organic chemistry that has a lot of different ailments, and it's a very specific group of alkaloids that are supporting the body. When we have the right amount of alkaloids present, it interacts with two critical receptors, the PDE4, which is important for GABA, and the 5-HT, an interactive point for serotonin. When we have alkaloids present, then we have a value that comes from both serotonin and GABA. Okay, then the other critical ailment that we need to support our brain is essential fatty acids. Our brains are mostly made up of fats, and 80% of the population is at least 80% deficient in fatty acids. So we need omega-3s and 6s. If you joined us for the Vitality group, you know that we're getting that. In addition, we're getting that from our omegas, our EX omegas with our vitamin pack. Now, I'm not going to play this video, but I'd love for you to go ahead and you can actually, we'll talk about it and I'll post this in the link. But this video actually will give you a great description of this group here. This is adaptive, our adaptive system. And so it's a unique system that's never been done before. And there are 3 parts, a dietary supplement, an essential oil blend, and an easy to use touch application. So let's just break them down and talk about each one. So the adaptive blend, of course, it calms. I mean, the dietary supplement for this piece, it calms and promotes positive feeling. It supports the mood and helps to improve your state of mind. Now, you want to take one of these capsules as needed, okay? Now, let me just talk to you about some of the things that are in here so that you can know how this is affecting you and how it's working. So we have GABA, which has a neutral comforting effect and helps reduce the feeling of the apprehension and fear by decreasing the neuronal excitability. So sometimes this is called the brake of the brain because it lowers the activity of the neural cells in the brain and the central nervous system. It has an effect on moving the brain and the body into the lower gear by inhibiting neural activity. So GABA reduces mental and physical strain. Then there's also something called scalenium root, and this comes from a succulent plant found in South Africa known as canna. And scalenium root or extract is responsible source for the sustainable supply with the endorsement by South Africa. So it basically what this does is helps balance the healthy levels of the mood stabilizing hormones, and it improves cognitive function while combating occasional nervousness. I like to even take this, like sometimes we're utilizing this even when we're in fight or flight. So it supports the mood, it helps improve the state of mind, it helps when acclimating to new surrounding, encourages relaxation. One of the things is I love, you can take this if you're pregnant, you can take this if you're young. I have a 5-year-old niece that they were wanting to put on ADD medicine. We utilized this. One capsule helped improve her, to help support her. Okay. It supports, like I said, cognitive function and emotional balance as well, and promotes well-being. Okay, so the next oil is the oil that comes with this is the adaptive blend. And this oil helps boost mood, complements effective work and study, increases the feeling of tranquility, soothes and uplifts, calming and relaxing. It has a beautiful calming and relaxing aroma, and you can diffuse this or apply it topically. Love diffusing this one in the morning. Really helps just kind of relax things as we're getting up in the morning and calming. Also like to just have this on hand. And this has some beautiful things in it. When the stress and tension seem to be relentless, the components of this adaptive really help to soothe the body. Now, you can soak in a relaxing Epsom salt bath with this. This would be beautiful. You could mix 3 drops of coconut oil with it and actually massage it, use it during your massage. You could diffuse it at work or even in the room to help with the mindset. And it's one of my favorites. But when you're utilizing it and you want to just have it on the go, it came out. We also have this adaptive touch that you can utilize as well. So I love this one. I actually, my boys carry this with them. You can apply a pulse points to help with feeling of balance. Again, use it to massage your shoulders and necks to ease tension and relieve fatigue. Apply 1 drop to hands, rub together, and inhale deeply as needed. As we know, our lives live in fight or flight these days. We don't have an option of, we're constantly on the go, quick pace. So I feel like this system is for everybody. It's been a beautiful blend and a dietary supplement that you can actually consume. And watching and listening to testimonies of people that are utilizing this, they're having amazing results. Now, smell. Let's talk a little bit about smell. Smell is a potent wizard that transports you across the thousands of miles and all the years you have lived. Odors, instantaneously and fleeting, cause my heart to delight joyously or contract with remembering grief. Helen Keller. So I want to talk a little bit about the power of aroma. And when you breathe in, like our olfactory system, this is, how our system works. And when we actually breathe in oils, it triggers the limbic part of the brain that helps control our emotions, okay? And when you breathe in oil molecules, they're received by the brain's olfactory center via the nostrils. And you have an olfactory bulb that's placed, you can see it right there on the graph, an olfactory bulb. And then it can trigger the activities to the central part of the brain, and that takes it all the way to the amygdala. The amygdala manages your memory and your emotions. So this is the only way the amygdala responds, all right? So by the power of smell. Now, spoken word or even written words doesn't activate this part of the brain. It's only the response to the aroma. So one of the ways that I love to use, help to work with emotions is through our olfactory. Now, we can do this in a couple different ways. We can do it through just utilizing one of our diffusers. You could place some oils in there. It could breathe it in. You could put a drop of oils on your hands, bring it to your face, breathe in deeply. Or you could just literally take the bottle and wave it around your nose, and you can also breathe it in as well. So that will really help when we're working with emotions. Okay. Now this is the limbic system, and our limbic system, our essential oil, this is our communication. Okay. So our essential oil communicates to the limbic system to recall or release stored emotions and memories. It can even recall memories that have been stored since childhood. So sometimes we find that we have many emotions that are stored from our childhood. If you think about, when we have littles and we're taking care of our babies, and when we're crying, they're crying, they're letting us know that they're feeling, not okay, like something is wrong. They're crying, and what we do is we're like, shh, 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 shh. We're trying to calm their emotions, kind of like suppress those emotions. We find that today, and that's kind of why we think crying is not always the greatest thing for us, is because, we've been told to shush, throughout our time when we were babies. So as we get deeper into the body, now we have gone beyond the sense of smell and into the brain and the limbic emotional system, okay? So the emotional response is what we are after. We want to look for the emotional response, and so we do that through the power of aroma. Okay, so why do we diffuse? One, we diffuse for many different reasons. Our sense of smell is 10,000 times more sensitive than any other sense that we have on our body. So it's one of the best way our smells, we can change our moods and help support our memories and ease tension when we're looking to bring back an old memory. Like if I'm smelling cinnamon, my grandmother used to make this beautiful cinnamon oatmeal. When I smell cinnamon, it reminds me of that. So it triggers that part of the memory. I can also help support my mood at the same time. So with that being said, we have a lot of beautiful emotional aromatherapy collection that will help you over a period of time support and um, different moods in our that we have. So the emotional aromatherapy in it is a system that contains 6 unique essential oil blends that have been carefully formulated to provide targeted emotional health and benefits. I love this blend, this line of oils, because what it does is it allows us to kind of identify our emotion and our stress that we have. Each delicate blend contains our pure therapeutic grade essential oils that can be used aromatically or topically to help balance and brighten or change your mood. You can kind of just look at this wheel and identify the mood that you're feeling. And then when you do that, you compare it with one of our oils. Now, I want to just show you, once you, like, say you're looking at this wheel and you're trying to identify which oil do I use, it's actually pretty unique because many oils are like our emotions are actually help supported by a mint or a citrus. So if you're taking a look at this wheel and you're feeling anxious and gloomy, you can take a look and you can see our Motivate oil be the best one for you. Sometimes we have a couple different emotions that we're feeling. And then if you browse through, maybe you're just feeling apathetic, you could grab the Motivate or the Peace, because you get the option of the Peace is a blend of mint and florals, and the Motivate is a blend of mint and citrus, cheer, citrus and spice, and so on. So we'll chat just a few about these oils. So let's just talk about Motivate. I love Motivate. It's definitely one I use, especially prior to workout, but it actually helps you get going. Sometimes we struggle with the way we're feeling or being confident, our belief system. So Motivate will help to support that. Has a mixture of your mints and your beautiful citruses as well, and it helps when you're utilizing. You can put it on the bottom of the feet, take some big deep inhale breaths, which I highly recommend utilizing the aromatherapy piece of this, and allowing to help promote you, will help you, give you that sense of confidence. Cheer is a great oil to use. This is your citruses and your spices. It promotes that warming, uplifting feeling to help brighten your mood. Anytime someone's feeling gloomy, I love to reach for my cheer, place a little bit on their wrist, a little on their hands, and do a little aromatherapy with that. Passion. I love passion. It is definitely, sometimes people think this is just for the bedroom. It can be, but it also helps you have passion more into what you're doing, your burning desire. We like to utilize this one if I'm actually teaching a training. I will talk about this when we're really uncovering what our purpose is and our why in doing either our business or our life is. We'll reach for our passion. Helps really support if you're feeling bored or having lack of purpose in life. Forgive. This is a blend that has been really interesting when you're trying to work with anybody, or when you're working to try to forgive someone or something, or maybe you're just you're even yourself, you're really hard, you're feeling guilty or anger for someone. You could reach for your forgive, put a couple of drops over your heart, put it in your hands. Again, do some deep inhale breaths. There's a lot of great studies in the work atmosphere and environment that they have done with forgive, that has allowed people that were really struggling with their jobs or maybe not happy at their workplace, that they have found that when they actually diffuse forgive, they had the results of people actually enjoying their day or getting through their day has been much more effective. Console. I really like to give this one if anybody's suffering, if we're grieving, if we have some disappointment or sadness, really to help support people get through that, maybe a hard time. It's our comforting blend. So again, couple drops on the hands in the diffuser, put it over the heart. I love to place things over my heart. And when my kids are struggling, I'll reach for this and sometimes rub it up and down their spine. Peace, really working with our inner side, our peace. If you're feeling worried or fearful or unsettled in life, this will help bring peace. It helps with anxious mind too, and actually soothes the feeling to help support you to just be peaceful. So some of the things that you can do is just pick an oil. You know, the routine, how to get in a habit is pick an oil that speaks to you. Maybe you've smelt through them and you're finding one, you're like, one really smells great that day. You can grab it. You can have, it has a pleasing aroma, so put a couple drops in the diffuser, diffuse it all around, and then journal your feelings. I'd love to see, you know, one of the best ways to actually help with your emotions and your mental support is journaling. I pick a journal every single day, really working to get, you know, journal out the things I'm thankful for and remember, you know, sometimes that's maybe where I'm even like putting down my anxious feelings, but allowing them to get out and put them on paper will really help support your body. Now, if you want some help with this, there's a couple of books that you can go a little bit deeper into. There's the Feelings Buried Alive, Never Die by Carol Trueman. It's a beautiful book. And then to help support the emotions, all of our oils are attached to an emotion. And so you can definitely grab that emotion book as well and kind of like look and see, maybe these are the emotions you're constantly coming up. You can see what oils best suit for you. Also, you could take a look at read the emotion that may be an oil that's definitely attracting to you and see what the connection is with the emotion. Well, I'm welcome. I'm thankful that all of you were able to join us today with our mental health. This is just a breakthrough, a very touched piece, a very small piece of working with your mental health. And one of the best way to get some of these products that we have, we're hoping you're taking a part of our Loyalty Rewards program. Our Loyalty Rewards program gives you the opportunity to get the best bang for your buck. It is not a mandatory program, but it is the most intelligent way to purchase your oils. It allows you the opportunity in your first in your journey with doTERRA to earn a percentage back on the products that you're purchasing. So if you're with us for the first 3 months, you get 10% back. For the second 3 months, you get 15% back. And by the time you've purchased your oils for 13 months, you'll forever get 30% back on your products. That's 30% on, you know, if you're spending 100 PV, you're getting $30 back to PV back towards free oils. So the way I like to do it is I like to purchase my supplements, but then utilize my points to get my oils for free. Now, you also get the opportunity to get a lot of free product with doTERRA. Every month we have a free product. If you're placing an order of 125 PV or more, you'll get the free product of the month. It's completely optional, and we have flexible dates when you utilize this program. It's adjustable to you, so you're going to get to customize it to yourself. And if you take part of this program, you're actually going to get free shipping rewards as well. So you're going to get that shipping back and points as well to utilize to get that free oils. Now, some of you are out there are loving what you're hearing over the course of these journey of these education classes. And what we would like to do is offer you to learn more a little bit. If you're someone that's sitting out there saying, you know what, my mom, my sister, my cousin, my neighbor down the street needs to hear more about oils, we'd love to invite you to learn more. doTERRA has a generous compensation plan where we actually call this free healthcare to teach you how to maybe get your oils paid for free and utilize and share with just your friends and your family. They also, if you're someone out there is looking to supplement your income or become financially free, doTERRA has a generous compensation plan that will help you do that. You can supplement your income. You can do it just like many of us do it and do this business as a full-time and work on our journey to become financially free. If this is of interest for you, we'd love to invite you to join us to reach out to the person that invited you here today, and we can kind of give you a little bit more information. Now, as I showed, you can get your oils paid for, supplement or replace your income. We love to show you a little bit about how that journey works. When you're working with, you're enrolling new people, you initially get income out of the gate, which we call Fast Start, which allows you to put a little cash in your pocket and start paying for your oils. As you're growing and working with people, what will naturally happen is people will want to start doing this business with you, sharing with their friends and family. We have a generous Power of 3 bonus that helps support that as well. And then after we're like continuing our growth and really looking to supplement our income, you have the possibilities of getting continual pay through doTERRA's generous compensation plan. They actually have multiple ways of paying us. And so being a part of our leadership ranks, this is kind of the numbers that you're potentially going to be looking at. So if any of these strike you, I'd love for you to reach out to the person that invited you here today. Thank you for joining me. Your next class is on Healthy Body and Spa, and we're excited to have you with us for this 8 series of classes to continue and further your education. Stay tuned for the next few dates on when you can, or stay tuned for the next week so that you can join us for continuing to grow your education and becoming an essential oils expert. Have an amazing day.